Yeah, I was going to be curious who's going to play what on the Legion side, especially. And it is Eslam playing the Drunken.
They're going for carry Master of Arms, actually. That is something I did forget to take into account.
Right, thirsty on the Master of Arms, yeah. So definitely a hero that can scale, for sure. So maybe changing your mind a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, if you get like Staff to Master, Master of Arms still has that, that carry potential, the carry window. But if I'm looking at like Artesia is very good if you have like some tanky frontliners that you just want to heal up a lot. I've seen them previously run Artesia with something like an Armadon. You just have the Armadon sit in front, Artesia like a safe distance behind, and you just keep healing the Armadon. But that is not really the case in this case, right? I'm not really seeing this obvious frontliner. Like something like a Gauntlet does not output the same amount of damage as something like an Armadon does if he gets caught on. And they're actually farming the Pestilence, which I do like, because it's really difficult for the Pestilence to contest the lane. And the Armadon is significantly stronger in the long lane. So Armadon plus Nymphora is a stronger lane setup than Pestilence plus Nymphora. But I am a little bit worried about this bottom lane, that the Artesia plus the Grenex are just going to run over the Andromeda and the Pestilence. And as for the mid lane, I think it's about even. Drunken Master is not as powerful as he used to be.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing just a true 1v1 mid lane. And it looks like that's shaping up to be that way, at least from the beginning. So,
yeah,
that's
it's been a while. No, actually, a couple of games ago, we saw... What was it? Kraken against the Forest, we saw.
Was it in the other series, yeah.
Oh, actually, is Artesia in trouble here?
Early bloodlust, it looks like it. Pathetic is going to go down, so yeah, hiding in the trees. They catch Drummond off guard, and obviously that's a very potent level 1 combo, especially, both with a powerful stun. Look at this, though. As soon as Artesia comes up, he TPs to the top lane. And gonna try to make a play up there. Bottom lane Grinix, almost dying himself once again. But back to the top lane. Just action up both lanes here.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra's gonna be fine. Geomancer taking the comment there. But yeah, Artesia rotating top at least for the time being.
Yeah, the Master Farms got super blocked by creeps there. If he didn't, they may have been able to catch and kill at least one of them. Geomancer gonna deny himself the creeps here. Since that gank didn't work off, he just says, like, okay, I'm not going to buy a health potion. I'm just going to buy a TP and, like, die to neutrals, which is definitely, like, the faster way to do these things. But it seems like they're swapping lanes. Okay, so Geomancer's going bottom. Artesia staying top lane. Which makes some sense. Oh.
Master in trouble. The passive of Amon-Ra. Not going to be enough. He's going to pop a health potion IM away, but again, good combo there. So yeah, Artesia staying top, as you mentioned. Geomancer coming to the bottom, so it is going to be a double melee down here, but perhaps also wanting more escape, I guess, with the Geomancer compared to an Artesia. Line of thinking there, but...
like, Artesia becomes a lot scarier of a hero at level 2. They're going on the Master Farms again, actually.
They want this kill, and it's not going to happen, but they're keeping him locked down as far as Thirsty feeling like he has to constantly fall back and use a lot of regen. So some good aggressive Amon-Ra play here at the top lane.
Yep, and like this Amon-Ra is just going in and they're putting the heal bomb on top, like Nymphora not even getting a point in his grace. And that is like the proper way to play Amon-Ra for sure. Oh, actually, Amon-Ra's taking a lot of damage here because he actually... Like, if you don't hit the comet, you get punished a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Because the comet, like, heals you for 5% of your max HP per... Oh, no, so 5% if you hit the comet on yourself and 10% per enemy hero.
So, you need to connect to get that heal. If you don't, as we see right here, he doesn't, I guess, kind of, but yeah, it can be a little scary if you don't connect.
Yeah. So. But like the Nymphora is a natural like combo with it because you just pop the heal bomb on top, and if they ever want to like man up and not run out, the heal bomb is just gonna wreck them and like heal up the Amon-Ra. And of course, also look at the Nihil Crystal. Every time Amon-Ra damages himself with his Q, the Nihil Crystal is going to proc, which means that like
it actually does.
Yeah, It's a very powerful combo. It's the same like way on a cursed. If you use your Q and you damage yourself that way, you end up healing yourself with Neo Crystal or proc in the Heal Crystal.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
right,
oh yeah, so go for it.
Well, first off, Geomancer actually TP'd to the top lane, so I think they might be trying to make a play here. Now there is a ward that spots it, yeah, so it's not going to be as secret as he's hoping for, and pretty obvious that it's spotted. So yeah, Amon-Ra and Amphora fall back. 4-minute rune coming up. It's going to be Haste Rune top, then Amphora will protect, and well, he'll just pick up because Drunken went to the bottom. So yeah, the rotation not necessarily going to work out. How is that mid lane going, though? You got 24-1 Drunken versus a 22-2 Gauntlet. So a very even matchup here between Esthon and Shino-sama here in the mid lane matchup so far.
Yeah, I think like Drunken is slightly favored because of like just the higher attack damage that he has. But like Gauntlet did actually get a couple of buffs to his hook stun duration as well. So Gauntlet is not a weak hero in the lane, but I think like once Gauntlet hits level 6, which he does right now, he has kill potential. But he does of course need a level 6 for that. But for now, yeah, the Geomancer is not really finding his lane. The Pestilence, because he got the Bloodlust in the bottom lane, he just has a very good laning. And Grinnex just is not able to contest this lane, even together with like something like Geomancer. Oh, in the middle.
Yep, speaking of Geomancer not finding his lane, well, he's found a kill in the mid lane, maybe? Oh, Esthon, can he actually get out of here? Stagger, gonna be up again in 2 seconds. The bottle uses as well. He's actually regenerated a ton of life. He does also have the protective talisman that certainly helped here too, so he is gonna get away. I thought for sure that was an actual kill, but it is not enough. Good escape there from Esthon. Bottom lane, speaking of escaping, Grinnex gonna have to escape somehow as they're diving him at the tower. But it looks like Rampier will also be fine. So a couple of close calls in different situations. But yeah, Gauntlet using the ultimate, going for that kill with the Gauntlet Blast, but unable to come through with it in the end.
Mm-hmm. And that's of course like a big survive from the Drunken Master there. And Drunken Master naturally has like just this high starting HP pool. So it definitely helped him there. And where he used to have like a lot of debuff and stun reduction, it's now that his drink, his E, just gives him like evasion. But of course the evasion can still do a lot for you. Right. But I also think that the Gauntlet had his hook on cooldown in the mid lane there before the Geomancer went in.
Oh yeah, maybe. Now that you mention it, yeah, I didn't see it, so maybe just from earlier on he had used it still on cooldown there. Geomancer. Running into 4, but they're gonna be fine. Oh yeah, not fine. It's Amon-Ra. Didn't even catch that. He went to the last second, so they combo. They saw Amphora missing if anything, so yeah, they play extra aggressive on the Amon-Ra and make the kill happen. So good heads up there from Lunar Tier. And the Artesia just provides like a lot of consistent damage with like 175 damage from the missile and 4 can also 80 damage from the E every 3 seconds. So it's just a lot of consistent damage. But look at this. Both Geomancer and the Grinnex are sitting uphill here, ready to pounce on whoever goes. And they're not even level 6 yet, but still they're playing so aggressive. Well, it's a free kill on Amphora. It's a matter, can they get Amon-Ra with this as well? That's what they really want. There's an Amphora kill. There is the Amon-Ra kill. Yes. The wolf time. Pathetic. Not so pathetic there on Artesia. I mean, you know, maybe the last two you'd expect to get the kill out of all that, but still, either way, they get the double tap. And yeah, he mentioned they were setting that up the whole time, just going for the double kill essentially on Amon-Ra, back-to-back deaths. And this is before he's level 6 as well. You see he's so close to level 6, but still not there. And yeah, Amphora is also potential for a double death on him. Super King GE, he is absolutely dead. A second kill on him, and the snowball has commenced now for the Hellborn.
And now
Gauntlet shows up. Oh no, Drunken. Yeah, that's a Gauntlet blast. It's gonna hit. Oh, Congress like, wait a second, are we fighting? Let's do this. He starts smashing faces. Drunken Master, can he escape? No, gets caught by the Geomancer. Amon-Ra throws in the Comet. Drunken gonna try to continue to stagger away. Amon-Ra, Artesia, they're still chasing after the Drunken. A couple more attacks. The magic missile hits and gets the kill. Pestilence with a double stun. As Amon-Ra gets pulled back in. Gauntlet, a little too ambitious there. He ends up falling. And the clash will continue. Pestilence Swarming on in, getting close, doesn't have mana for a stun, might not matter. Geomancer gets some passive procs, he'll take that. Geomancer and Master of Arms do fall. Okay, so at least WOGPA, they get they get 4 kills in the end at the end there, so that's pretty good, but it started a little not the best.
Dicey, yeah. Like, honestly, that is just Aston playing like a god, as usual. So, what happens with your... You used the stagger already, like the W. But after you use your Q, your stagger comes off cooldown instantly again. You probably know from the cooldown. Oh, sorry, from the combo, you know. You W in Q and then W again. But what he did there was he used his Q on the Condor to get his stagger off cooldown, so he could stagger dodge the Gauntlet ultimate. Yeah.
Smart, yeah.
Like that's just insane heads-up play. It's amazing to see. And Ra porting out.
Well, porting into the top lane, and oh my god, you see that Drunken Master, once that 3-point strike goes off, he just annihilates the Master, or excuse me, that was Artesia. God, they look similar. Anyways, Artesia goes down there at the top lane. So
4 people top lane though. Drunken Master might be in trouble.
Yeah, this is the place to fight, apparently. Drunken Master, he is going to try to stagger away. He has the Q, but it's not going to be in time. That lunge, he just could not catch it. Amon-Ra getting ambitious here. He's got his ultimate, so understandable. The resurrection will be taking place. Comes back up, Geomancer. Another 8 seconds before he can start out. Conqueror again is like, why are we fighting? I mean, I guess I'll assist. Throw some rocks. He gets the stun. Almost hits Andromeda there. Pestilence. He ends up falling though. The Grinix joining the party. Andromeda's going to try to make the escape now with his teammate Amon-Ra. The Gauntlet hook. Swing and a miss there, but Grinix in hot pursuit. They see him with the swarm on him, so they know he's here. But Amon-Ra, he's forced to fight this now. The heal comes in. It's not going to be enough, though. Down goes the Amon-Ra, and the support continues from the side of Lunatic. Gauntlet, did he go too far? It looks like it. No, he's going to barely survive. Gets the lockdown. Drunken, though, stagger. They thought they had the kill. They went for the other target. Oh, Drunken. Oh, the ultimate from Artesia. Well played by Pathetic. And they do close out the final kill on Andromeda. Lunatic feeling pretty good about this one. The heals now kicking in from Artesia as well. That was a hell of a finish, but yeah,
so
close call to getting away.
So ahead of this in this game. And like this fight, just it was like a 5 or 6 for nothing?
It was a really big favor for Lunatic.
Yeah, Gauntlet's like survived somehow, even though like they went everything on him. The Pestilence kind of flying in very YOLO, because of course he is quite tanky right now, but the Master of Arms Goo just did a lot of work in the mid of that team fight, because it's just like a lot of damage in general, and of course Master of Arms combined with Grinix, both of them being like physical damage heroes, also just worked very naturally together. And it just like didn't quite line up for the Legion side, and for now we see Ram might be in trouble. He does not have ultimate, so if he gets jumped here, he might be super dead.
Not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. It feels like the chase is on, but oh, good heads up here by Amon-Ra. He knew something was up. He runs away. Yeah, the vision gets him that, and he gets out. And top lane, they kill Master of Arms, does WOGPA, so definitely making a great play out of that. How about this Pestilence? Sorry, I mean, I know there's been a lot of fighting, but look at the individual performances. Sigma and Pestilence, he has 452 gold per minute. He is leading the GPM chart by a good 100 or so at this point in the game. So that's good for the Legion side. But Amon-Ra is eventually hunted down and taken out. But the fight's continuing. Grinix finds Andromeda. Andromeda quick comment stun, says I gotta get out of here somehow. Swaps his teaming in. Uh-oh. And it's like, no, not me. I gotta assume they coordinated that. He got the stun off though, and Drunken Master does a little bit of cleanup himself, but now he's too committed. He gets taken out. Pestilence shows up though. Just mentioned how Pestilence has a good farm, but the damage of Artesia especially, that is some good magic damage coming out from a support player. Andromeda will fall, and now Pestilence, can he make his way out of here? Yes, he should be. Oh, the hook lands! Chino Shama! You know, Super KGE's in this game doing his best impression of him right there. Of the Hook Master. Well played for the finish. I love these fights, man.
Yeah, like this guy on the Gauntlet has... I've seen him in like a couple of games, and he gets the clutchest hooks. It's honestly like a joy to watch him play. And where like it was looking so good again. Like they need to hard focus this Andromeda, sorry, this, not Andromeda, so the Artesia in these team fights, but they're just not quite able to. And also because we saw like the, oh, mid lane, sorry. No, Gauntlet's gonna live. Gauntlet has 11 armor, he's a tanky boy.
Yeah.
No, but we saw like the, both the Nymphora and the Andromeda leading the charge there at like their tier 2 tower. And they're just not the heroes you want to have frontlining. Oh, top lane.
Yeah, Nymphora TP'd in right here with the Drunken Master. Comes Pestilence showing up late as well, but Master of Farms is going to manage to survive in the turnaround combo. The Crystal Field, the stuff from Geomancer even. Andromeda swap, it ain't going to matter. He ends up going down. Pestilence eventually caught up too. And the lead has shifted big time. Guess who in favor of Lunar Tier? This seems to is so typical of their spike moment, it feels like. Coming out of the laning phase, yes, there's been some good brawls back and forth, but that feels like one of those fights where, yet again, it's going to start setting Lunar Tier ahead now, and now the comeback game begins for Black Belt.
Yeah, and it felt more like Legion's game to lose than anything else. But once again, like this team fight coordination is so hard to play against. And Nymphora, once again, going down to the Gauntlet. Gauntlet doesn't even have a PK and is finding kills left and right. It might honestly be something to do with Super KG and Victor just not really being the most natural support players. Because from what I'm seeing is they're not really sure where they should be. Like, one of them should probably just be farming together with the Amon-Ra right now. Get the link, get the Grave Lockets, sit behind the Amon-Ra, and if anything happens, port them in. And that way you also just tank up yourself. Meanwhile, Pestilence is in the mid lane trying to get something to happen.
Yeah, they tried to get Gauntlet there initially. He survived, TPs came in, and now we're seeing the counter fight once again. Drunken Master is in the flank. Jump onto Amon-Ra. Again, these are tanky targets, though. Finally, Drunken joins the fight, but the Crystal Field not happening. Amon-Ra melts, and so does Drunken. Ra's going to come back up. Can they at least get one kill out of this? The answer is no. He is going to die yet again. And that is a complete wipeout. A 5-for-0 for Lunatir. That all started with the WOGPA diving the gauntlet at the mid tower. And this is the end result.
Yeah, it's hard to stop Lunatir when they find their drive. Because as we talked about before, like, they just don't make mistakes. And we see that time and time again, they don't really go for the YOLO plays. They don't really go for the unnecessary risks. They just take these solid engagements, they're all on the same page, like, all the time. And they just, like, make it happen. And once again, like, we see the Master of Arms pick up 2 Soul Screaming Rings, one of which he turned to Knuckles. And he's just, you know, being kind of like a right-click threat right now, because he knows he doesn't need to take this game late game. And he's not willing to take this game late game. He's just going to, you know, get like his core items and win within, I'd say, like 10 minutes. While Pestilence is still trying to get the Staff to Master, and the Staff to Master is the item that really allows him to farm properly, where you can like the Swarm becomes AoE and deals some damage, where you can just ultimate and W to nuke waves. And without that, Pestilence just really doesn't farm that fast. Ra did actually finish the Shaman's Headrest though. That's good for them.
Yeah, that's good item to have. I mean, Ra's certainly been very tanky. You know, I talked about Pestilence in the farm that he had about 3 or 4 minutes ago. It feels like that he was top in the GPM tard, and he had that glowstone picked up, and you know, found that interesting. But I assume that's going to turn into a Staff of the Master, of course. Yep. They eventually get the AOE Swarm in effect, but it certainly has been delayed quite a bit. Now they're going to try for a smoke play. Ooh, the win for both ends up hitting nobody play. We've all been there. Pestilence ends up getting turned on pretty easily. Master of Arms is now going to put some good damage out with the rest of his team. I mean, there's just several fights taking place in the same area, but yeah, they tried. I mean, again, it happens. Swing and a miss, like I said. And there you go. I was going to say, I don't know how much longer they're going to try to hang in this one, but this is going to be another pre-tournament victory. Lunar Tier are once again your HoN Awakening tournament champions. They dropped one game earlier on in this event, but overall, just a team that cannot be beat when it comes to the series side of it. In these last 3 tournaments, they are impressive to watch, man.